Hello there everybody, I'm Minx Laura 123, and in this video I will be talking about panic attacks. So I myself do suffer from anxiety, and I do experience panic attacks quite frequently actually. And I know a lot of people still feel uncomfortable or embarrassed about admitting they have anxiety problems and panic attacks. And like, even now, I still feel a little bit embarrassed about it, but I know that the more I talk about it and the more I'm open about it, the more I admit I have got anxiety issues, the more I can move forward in getting better and learning to cope with it. When I get a panic attack, I feel like just so alone. I feel like I'm the only person who's ever felt like this, and you know, I've got to realise that I'm not alone. And if you're watching this and you have panic attacks, then I want you to know that you're not alone either. Okay, so many people all around the world suffer with anxiety and panic disorders, and the feelings I get, the symptoms, I mainly have like a lightheadedness. Okay, I get headache. I sometimes feel like my vision is distorted, like I can't focus on things properly. I have trouble swallowing. I feel like my heart is just like racing, and then that scares me even more. I have trouble breathing. I feel like I can't breathe properly. Sometimes like my hands shake and my legs shake a bit. I feel very sick, and it's just a horrible experience just to, you know, just be so scared and panicky. So I experience panic attacks in different situations. I am claustrophobic, so when I'm in like a train or a lift, for example, because of that closed in feeling, I start just like panicking. So that will set it off. Or also get it if I'm like in a big crowd of people, and I just feel like really overwhelmed because like there's so many people around me, and that really makes me uncomfortable. It's just like sometimes it just comes on. I can be sitting there completely fine, and then the symptoms will just happen, and the next thing I know I'm having a panic attack. So you've just, you know, you've got to learn to really keep calm, and the calmer you feel, the calmer you think, the calmer you act, then that panic attack could just go away. It feels like you're not in control of your body. You know, while that panic attack is going on, you feel like you're just not in control. But you are in control. You just have to keep telling yourself that. So what I've done, because I really want to help other people that experience anxiety and panic attacks, I've printed out this list here. And it's basically a list of symptoms of a panic attack explained. So I'm going to be telling you the symptoms and why you're getting them. And I think sometimes when you understand a bit more, it can really help. You know, the not knowing, I think, can, for me, make it worse, because I start to ponder on it, you know, I start to think, why is this happening? Why am I feeling this? Why, you know? But if I were to actually know why it's happening, then I think that could help, and I hope this will help you. So before I read this to you, I have got to put my glasses on, because without the glasses I can't read anything. So there you go. Okay. So all of the following symptoms are perfectly normal aspects of the fight or flight response that we unconsciously set in motion whenever we feel that we are under threat. The fight or flight response goes back to caveman days when they were constantly under threat from wild animals and other tribes, and therefore had to be constantly on alert. So here's the list of symptoms, and just listen and try and figure out that yes, you might have these things, but you know what? You're going to get through it once you know why you're getting it. Okay. Now you might suffer from all of these symptoms that I'm going to read out to you, or you might only have like just a couple of them. So palpitations, sensation of a pounding heart, our heart pumps faster to cope with the increased demand that will be made on it when we start fighting or running. Quick, shallow breathing. We need to take in more oxygen quickly to increase our energy, thus fueling our muscles so they can get moving and shift us out of the emergency quickly. Sweating. Our body is expecting to take some serious aerobic exercise, fighting or running for it, and we'll get too hot if we don't sweat. Sudden feeling of nausea or dry mouth. This is because digestion stops when we are in an emergency situation, so that more blood can be diverted to the muscles in our arms and legs to get us running faster. A sense of desperately needing to go to the toilet. Again, this is to enable all available blood to go to the muscles in our legs and arms. The kidneys, intestines and bladder subsequently stop working, causing the muscles at the opening of the bladder and the anus to relax. These days, people tend to experience panic attacks in situations where there's no actual evident threat, and we aren't actually getting ready to run or fight anyone, such as in a supermarket, on a bus, and this is what leads to the rest of the frightening symptoms of a panic attack. Sensations: shortness of breath, smothering and choking. When we breathe in normally, the oxygen gets transferred to the body tissues with the aid of the gas carbon dioxide, which is then breathed out. However, when our breathing becomes shallow in a panic situation, so that the oxygen is breathed out almost immediately, it takes with it precious carbon dioxide that hasn't done its job yet, and that causes the levels of available carbon dioxide in our blood to fall. Without the carbon dioxide to help, the remaining oxygen sticks to the red blood cells and we feel we are oxygen starved, even though we are actually taking plenty in. The natural gasping or panting that follows hyperventilating makes things worse, because then even more carbon dioxide gets breathed out and even less oxygen is available for the body cells to get at. Although the terrifying sensations of smothering or choking are all too real, neither would actually happen. The worst that could ever occur is that you would faint, but then your breathing would return to normal. Sharp chest pain. Again, this is real. It's not imaginary, but it is the result of strain on the chest muscles caused when you're hyperventilating. Trembling and shaking. A little of this is the normal of shallow breathing, but the more you hyperventilate, the stronger and more uncomfortable the trembling and shaking will be. Dizziness or fainting is caused by hyperventilating. The numbness is caused by hyperventilating. Weakness, hyperventilating is to blame, because the body is just getting so exhausted. Also, difficulty speaking is caused by hyperventilating. Fear of losing control. This is a realistic reaction because you have unwittingly turned on the fight or flight response in order to escape from danger. But you're not actually escaping from the situation, you are staying put. So of course it feels like you're losing control. But remember, feelings are not facts. If a panic attack occurred in a supermarket and you put down your basket and just ran out of the door rather than climbed out of a window, you didn't lose control. You simply did the only thing you knew how to do that might possibly lower your panic. A sense of being unreal. People often feel detached during a panic attack. It's kind of as if they're looking at themselves, going through this dreadful experience, and as a result assume that they are going insane. But this sense of dissociation is, again, just a natural defence mechanism which attempts to lower the soaring arousal and calm you down. You think you're dying, with all the alarming, escalating physical symptoms that you are experiencing. It is of course no wonder that you fear you're dying if you don't understand what physically is going on. So a panic attack will normally burn itself out within 2 to 3 minutes, okay? If left to follow its natural course. The fight or flight symptoms will always naturally peak within 10 minutes at the most. But this is because of our terrified thinking that accompanies the event and thus leads to the hyperventilating. If you push aside the thoughts and concentrate on breathing more and more deeply, the symptoms of panic should subside more quickly. So I hope that helped you. Take my glasses off now. So, you know what? I just want you to know that I care for you, and I also suffer from this, and you're not alone, but we will get through it, Okay, I promise. And it's not easy. You know, I think people who don't get panic attacks, as much as they try, I don't think they'll ever get it. You know, they never understand it, what we go through. But there are people who do understand and people who do care, okay? So what I'm going to do now is some just nice relaxing hand movements for you. And also we're just going to do some breathing together, nice breathing exercises that will calm you down. Okay. I'm just going to put my glasses on the table. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so just going to do some very relaxing hand movements. Okay, so I'm going to do some breathing exercises together. Okay, so what I want you to do is breathe in through your nose and hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then breathe out and release, okay? I'm going to do it with you. We can do it together. Good. Good. And you do that on your own now. So breathing in, holding for 4 seconds, and breathing out. Okay, you're doing really, really, really well. I bet you feel calm already, yeah? I hope you're feeling calm already. You know what? Smile. Just smile. Look at this face. Smile. Sometimes I find that if I'm feeling really stressed, really panicky, if I laugh at something really silly, I just find myself calming down. Like I distract myself with humour. So maybe watch a funny film or TV show, or just do something that makes you laugh, like pull a silly face. Laughter is a great medicine. I don't know if other people think so, but I do. So laughing at silly things has got me through a lot of bad times in my life. So I hugely recommend just laughing. Even if you don't feel like laughing, if you make yourself happy and laugh and distracted, then eventually that kind of panic will just go away. So look, hopefully this video has helped you, and you know, if you ever need to talk to me, just message me, and I mean that. I'm on Facebook, on Twitter, you can message me on here. I'm very open in, you know, if you want to talk about something of why you're feeling anxious or panicky, don't be embarrassed or self-conscious, just message me and I'll always message back. I truly want to help people through this channel. It helps me as well, because I get to be creative and make amazing friends, and sometimes when I've felt really stressed and down, I'll send you a video, and by the end of the video I've actually cheered up and don't feel stressed, because it's, you know, distracted me from the negativity. And I hope my videos help you to distract, you know, and cheer you up and relax you, and maybe get tingles. Tingle, 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 tingles. Tingle, 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 tingles. Anyway, I'm off now. So, yeah, take care. And it's to say, if you ever need me, you know where I am, just message me, okay? Bye.